Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Thursday, April 9th, 2026. Today we'll recap the NBA, NHL, baseball, and soccer from yesterday. Look ahead to today. We'll look at the leaderboard for the Masters. We'll look back on what happened on this day, news and notes, and best bet. We'll begin with the NBA. We'll go over the results from last night and look ahead to tonight. Only 6 games tonight. Cavs over the Hawks 122-116. Magic over the T-Wolves 132-120. Pistons over the Bucks 137-111. Nuggets over the Grizzlies 136-119. Spurs over the Blazers 112-101. Thunder over the Clippers 128-110. And the Suns over the Mavs 112-107. All right, tonight 7 o'clock. Heat Raptors. My line is the Raptors 4.5 total 232 and 3/5. Raptors are at the 6th seed right now. They switched spots to Philadelphia. I mean, if you're the New York Knicks, you're delighted because honestly, the Raptors are the weakest team of the 10. That's the team to me that there's the lowest ceiling. And they're giving 3.5 total 236.5. I like the under in that game. Bulls Wizards. I have Wizards by 1 total 237 and 3/5, and it's 6 and 247.5. I like the under, but I also like the Wizards getting the points. 7:30 Celtics Knicks on Prime Video. My line is the Knicks by 7 total 224 and 2/5, and it's 5 and 212.5. I like the over, although I would lay with the Knicks as well. Pacers Nets. My line's pick them in 227 and 2/5, and it's 3.5 and 224.5. 3.5 in favor of Indy. I'm gonna go with Brooklyn getting 3 and a hook. 8 o'clock Sixers Rockets. Game of the night? Maybe. I know Celtics Knicks with Jaylen Brown would have been it easily. But this is a good game, too. My line's Rockets by 12, total 228 and 13/20. And it is 5.5, 226.5. I love the Rockets minus 5.5. No Embiid for Philly. And then 10 o'clock on Prime Video, Lakers Warriors. This would have been better if the Lakers had their stars. Mine's Warriors 3.5, total 230 and 3/4. And it's Golden State by 4.5, total 225.5. I'm surprised they're even favored. I understand Steph's back, but the Warriors are under 500. That's an overreaction line because of the Luka and Reeves injuries, but yeah, the Luka and Reeves didn't show up on my injury report. Hang on here. So yeah, I apologize for that. I just didn't see that game wasn't in that initial group of players that are on the injury report. So I have Warriors by 7, total 230 and 3/4. I do like the over, although I would lay it with Golden State as well. Okay, now I'll move on to hockey. We only had 3 games last night. And then we'll look ahead to tonight, which is a big window. Sabres over the Rangers 5-3. Caps over the Leafs 4-0. Oilers over the Sharks 5-2. So all the favorites won their games. 6:45 ESPN Plus and Hulu and Disney Plus. Leafs Islanders. Islanders first game with Peter DeBoer. They're minus 280. The Leafs are plus 225 over under 6.5 minus 220. Leafs plus 1.5 minus 114. Isles minus 1.5 minus 108. I'm gonna go with the over, but I don't feel good about it. Jackets Sabres. Sabres minus 118. Jackets even money over under 6.5. Overs plus 106. Unders minus 130. Jackets plus 1.5 is minus 60. Sabres minus 1.5 plus 205. I like the Sabres at home minus 118. Lightning Habs. This is game to so could Buffalo clinch the division tonight? I mean, it's in play. Lightning minus 20, Habs plus 100 over under 6.5. Overs minus 105, unders minus 115. Bolts minus 1.5 plus 190. Habs plus 1.5 is minus 240. I'm going to go with the Habs at home and even money. This is a huge spot for them. Panthers Senators. Ottawa's minus 335. The Panthers are plus 265 over under 6.5. Overs plus 104, unders minus 128. Panthers plus 1.5 is plus 102. Sets minus 1.5 is minus 128. I like the over at plus money. Flyers Red Wings. Red Wings minus 22, Flyers minus 102, over under 5.5, overs minus 138, unders plus 112. Flyers plus 1.5 is minus 260, Red Wings minus 1.5 plus 205. I like the Flyers as a road underdog at minus 102. The Red Wings to me are going in the wrong direction. Penguins Devils. Pick a minus 110 each way, over under 6.5, overs minus 124, unders plus 102. Pens minus 1.5 plus 198, Devils plus 1.5 is minus 250. I like the Penguins at minus 110. 8 o'clock Jets Blues. Pick a minus 110 each way, over under 5.5, overs minus 115, unders minus 105. Jets plus 1.5 is minus 90, Blues minus 1.5 plus 225. I'm going to go with the Jets here on the road, minus 110. 8:30, Canes Blackhawks. Canes minus 10, Blackhawks plus 172, over under 6.5, overs plus 110, unders minus 134. Canes minus 1.5 plus 16, Blackhawks plus 1.5 is minus 42. I'm going to lay the 1.5 with the Canes. 9 o'clock, ESPN Plus and Hulu, Wild Stars. Jam, I feel like everybody's playing today except for the Rangers. Stars minus 132, Wild plus 104 or plus 102, over under 5.5, overs minus 140, unders plus 114. Wild plus 1.5 is minus 145, Stars minus 1.5 plus 184. I like the under at plus 114. Preds Mammoth. Mammoth minus 172, Preds plus 142, over under 6.5, overs plus 108, unders minus 132. Preds plus 1.5 is minus 176, Mammoth minus 1.5 plus 142. This is a big one. The Preds are still in it. For this one, I'm going to go with the 60 minutes. I'm trying to find Mammoth in regulation. That's not up. I'll go with the over instead, plus 108. 10 o'clock, Sharks Ducks. Ducks minus 70, Sharks plus 140, over under 6.5, overs minus 122, unders even money. Sharks plus 1.5 is minus 176, Ducks minus 1.5 plus 140. The Sharks, are they out of it now? Not really. They kind of need the game. Minnesota's Anaheim. This is an interesting call. I'm going to go with the under at even money. Don't feel good about it. Golden Knights Kraken. Vegas minus 188, Kraken plus 155, over under 6.5, overs plus 106, unders minus 130. Vegas minus 1.5 plus 136, Kraken plus 1.5 minus 168. My pick here, I'm going to go yeah, that line's not up either. 60 minutes. I'm going to go with the over. All right, and last but not least on the hockey slate, 10:30 Canucks Kings. Must win for the Kings. They're minus 280. Canucks plus 220, over under 6.5. Overs plus 106, unders minus 130. Canucks plus 1.5 is minus 118. Kings minus 1.5, minus 104. I'm going to lay the puck line with the Kings. Minus 1.5 at minus 104. Now I'll move on to baseball. We'll go over the results from yesterday, and we'll look ahead to today's games. Padres over the Pirates 8-2, Guardians over the Royals 10-2, Red Sox over the Brewers 5-0, O's over the White Sox 5-3, Rangers over the Mariners 3-0, Jays over the Dodgers 4-3, Rockies over the Astros 9-1, Giants over the Phillies 5-0, Cards over the Nats 6-1, Braves over the Angels 8-2, A's over the Yankees 3-2, D-backs over the Mets 7-2, Cubs over the Rays 6-2. Marlins over the Reds 7-4. Twins over the Tigers 8-6. Okay, now I'm going to go look at the slate for today. Actually underway right now. Reds Marlins. It's bottom of the fourth. Marlins up 1-0. Not a lot of baseball. There was only 6 games. 1:30 A's Yankees series finale. Jeffrey Springs and Ryan Weathers. Thank goodness I didn't put the Yankees in a moneyline parlay there with the NBA teams that are big favorites over tankers, or else they would have blew it. Yanks are minus 188. A's are plus 158 over under 8 minus 10 each way. A's plus 1.5 is minus 137. Yanks minus 1.5 plus 114. I'm gonna go with the over. I'm gonna try that pick again. 140 Tigers Twins. Jack Flaherty and Mick Gable. Tigers minus 132. Twins plus 112 over under 8. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. Tigers minus 1.5 plus 128. Twins plus 1.5 is minus 154. I'm gonna go with the over at minus 120. 7 o'clock MLB Network. D-backs Mets from Citi Field. Eduardo Rodriguez and Nolan McLean. Mets minus 162. D-backs plus 136. Over under 7. Overs minus 115. Unders minus 105. D-backs plus 1.5 is minus 162. Mets minus 1.5 plus 134. I like the under at minus 105. 7:30 White Sox Royals. Anthony Kay and Seth Lugo. Royals minus 178. White Sox plus 150. Over under 9. Overs minus 120. Unders minus 102. White Sox plus 1.5 is minus 132. Royals minus 1.5 plus 110. I want to lay the Royals with the run line. And last but not least, 9:30 Rockies Padres. Jimmy Herget and Brandy Vasquez. Padres minus 200. Rockies plus 168 over under 8. Overs minus 105. Unders minus 115. Rockies plus 1.5 is minus 128. Padres minus 1.5 plus 106. Like the under at minus 115. Both teams 6-6. How about the Rockies being 6-6? Nobody saw that coming. Now we'll go over the soccer results from yesterday and look ahead to today's and some of tomorrow's matches. All right, yesterday, Champions League. Atletico Madrid over Barcelona 2-0. PSG over Liverpool 2-0. Both first leg. Europa League first leg. Braga Real Betis 1-1 draw. Pro League. Al-Fayha Al-Ali 1-1 draw. Al Hilal Real Colod 6-0 and Niam SC over Al Ittihad 4-3. CONCACAF. First leg Tigres over Seattle 2-0 and first leg Toluca over the Galaxy 4-2. Then USL Championship Orange County SC over San Antonio FC 2-0. All right, going on right now. A couple games I picked yesterday on the show. Conference League, Real Valenciano, AEK Athens first leg, and then the Pro League, Al Ettifaq and Al Raida, and then Damak Al Kidiash was a 1-1 draw. All right, we'll do the Europa League first. 3 o'clock, first leg, Bologna and Aston Villa. Aston Villa even money, Bologna plus 290 draw plus 220 going with Aston Villa at even money. CBS Sports Network, FC Porto, Nottingham Forest. Porto even money, Nottingham 3-1, the draws plus 210 going Porto even money. And then SC Freiburg, Celta Vigo. Freiburg plus 120, Celta Vigo plus 240 draw plus 210 going Freiburg plus 120. And then the Conference League, 3 o'clock, first leg, Crystal Palace and Fiorentina. Crystal Palace minus 190, Fiorentina plus 550, draw plus 290. I'm going to go with over 2.5 goals plus 116. Mainz Strasbourg. Mainz plus 125, Strasbourg plus 210, draw plus 220. I'm going with Mainz plus 125. And Shakhtar Donetsk and AZ Alkmaar. Shakhtar plus 110, Alkmaar plus 240, draw plus 230. I'm going Shakhtar plus 110. And then tomorrow, anything in the morning? Everything's in the afternoon, it looks like. So we'll pick the soccer for tomorrow on tomorrow's show. And then Pro League game got postponed for tomorrow. Al Shabab and Al Ittihad. So just wanted to give that a quick little notice. Okay, now we'll go over the leaderboard for the Masters. Um, your early leader right now with a score of 5 under, Sam Burns. Second, 4 under, Patrick Reed. Tied for third with 3 under, Kurt Katayama, Jason Day, Shane Lowry, Tommy Fleetwood, Aaron Ray. Tied for eighth, 2 under, Nick Taylor, Xander Schauffele, Rory McIlroy, Fred Couples, Levy Gabriel, Justin Rose. Tied for 14th, 1 under, Hatong Lee, Brian Campbell, Sergio Garcia, Chris Goddard, Jordan Spieth, Brooks Koepka, Justin Thomas, Sepp Straka. Tied for 22nd and even, Max Homa, Matt McCarty's, Christopher Rattain, Keegan Bradley, Ryan Gerard, Dustin Johnson, Ashke Bahita, Matt Fitzpatrick, Russell Henley, Hideki Matsuyama, Todd McKibben, Wyndham Clark, Zach Johnson, Nikolai Hojard, Harry Hall, Michael Brennan, Gary Woodland, Scotty Scheffler, Robert McIntyre, Harry Inglis, Marco Penge. Tied for 43rd with 1 over, Cam Smith, Jake Knapp, Colin Morikawa, Michael Kim, Ethan Fang, Daniel Berger, Jacob Bridgman, Corey Connors, Tyrell Hatton, Ben Griffin, Jose Maria Alzabal, Sam Stevens, Danny Willett. Alzabal, Stevens, and Willett are actually tied for 53rd with 2 over, with Adam Scott, Brian Harmon, Winley Lee, J.J. Spawn, John Rahm, Siwoo Kim. Tied for 67th with 3 over, Charles Schwartzel, Bryson DeChambeau, Cam Young, Andrew Novak, Matteo Puccini, FIFA Lapagadi, and Matt McGilley. Tied for 69th with 4 over, Johnny Kiefer, Jackson Harrington, Bubba Watson, Alex Moran, Patrick Cantlay, Victor Hovland, Sanjay M. Tied for 76 with 5 over, Rasmus Najard Peterson, Ryan Fox, Casey Jarvis, Davis Riley, Rasmus Hojard. Tied for 80th with 6 over with Mason Howell, Mike Weir. Tied for 83rd with 7 over, Angel Cabrera, Max Kreisman, Vijay Singh, Nico Echevarria. Tied for 87th with 8 over, Carlos Ortiz, Sammy Balamaki. 89th with 9 over, Brandon Holtz. And tied for 90th with 12 over, Nayuki Katakawa and Aldrich Potshire. So there you have it for your update for the Masters. Okay, on this day, we don't have time for Survivor. I apologize. Maybe tomorrow we'll get to it. So, on this day, April 9th, 2019, Dirk Nowitzki retiring. I didn't realize that he retired the same year they traded for Porzingis. 2015, Troy Polamalu retires. 2017, Russell Westbrook breaks single season triple-double record. 2022, Dwayne Haskins hit and killed by car. Wow. It's been 4 years since he passed away already. 2023, Jon Rahm wins the Masters. 2017, Sergio Garcia wins the Masters. 2019, Magic Johnson steps down as GM of the Lakers. He was more of the president of basketball ops. I didn't think he was the GM. He was technically the basketball operations. 2019, UCLA hires Mick Cronin. Wow, so he's been there a while now. 2021, Joe Musgrove throws a no-hitter for the Padres. 2023, Bruins set single-season wins record. Only to lose in the first round. 2017, the Stars fire Lindy Ruff, which... it's funny, Lindy Ruff's doing a great job this year with the Sabres. He's probably going to win the Jack Adams Award. And in 2015, Arizona State hires Bobby Hurley. And now, obviously, he's no longer at Arizona State. So there you have it for On This Day. Now move on to the news and notes. The Indiana Fever revealed their $78 million facility as they redid it, which has a salon and golf simulator and a lot more. Zay Flowers on contract situation. He really isn't paying attention to possible extension. Huh, that's a lie. Travis Hunter return timeline is expected to play a full tick in training camp. The NBA is investigating the Kings as the league is looking into Sacramento's intentional foul versus the Warriors on Tuesday. There's an anti-tanking vote on May 28th as Shams reveals 18-team lottery option gaining momentum among NBA governors. Wow. How is that an anti-tanking thing? There should really be like maybe like a 6-team lottery. And I think the NFL should have a lottery. Baseball implemented it, which was smart. Hockey has one. And I think the NFL should do it. The MLB salaries set new records. League average now $5.34 million, 3.4% increase from last season. Jaylen Brown out against the Knicks with the Achilles tendonitis. We talked about that already. The Sky and the Sparks are working on a trade as Rickea Jackson would go to Chicago for Ariel Atkinson, a possible deal. The 49ers may help Brock Purdy in the draft as they're heavily connected to wide receivers like Casey Concepcion to give him some weapons. The Steelers' 2026 quarterback outlook. Pittsburgh needs long-term signal caller but won't be forced to draft one this year. Huh. Kirk Cousins supports Fernando Mendoza as he believes that potential number 1 pick will be a great addition to the room. Maui Oga to have back examined as drafts. The top tackle possibly in this draft is getting additional testing done on a minor disc issue. That could hurt his draft stock. The Devils are shutting down Luke Hughes as he's to undergo procedure and begin offseason rehab. So the punishments were dropped with the brawl the other day in that Angels game. Jorge Soler and Reynaldo Lopez each get 7 games, and both players are appealing, or were appealing, and then Lopez's suspension got reduced to 5 games, as he's able to make his next scheduled start after receiving the 5-game punishment. Yaxel Lecklenburg declares for the draft as he announces the news on TikTok live. Obviously, Michigan's going to have some turnover after winning the Natty the other night. But they're still the second favorite on the board behind Duke at 8-1. But that conference is going to be loaded next year. I think there's a better chance UConn's back in it next year than Michigan. And I think UConn's biggest threat is probably St. John's in that league in the Big East. Jaylen Brown studied teammates' astrological charts as he's doing some leadership training. Sonny Styles is a real possibility for the New York Football Giants at the 5th pick of the draft. I would totally support that. It's better than taking Jeremiah Love, because they have Cam Scatterbo. They don't need Jeremiah Love. If they draft Jeremiah Love, that's a red flag for Cam Scatterbo. That's all I gotta say. Like, they don't need a running back. They need help on the defensive side of the ball, especially if they get rid of Dexter Lawrence. OKC locked up the 1 seed. We talked about that. The draft to be trade heavy, as the NFL is likely to see a flurry of activity in the top half of the first round. That won't surprise me. Ron Francis is parting ways with the Seattle Kraken as he's stepping down. So the Bruins signed their prospect James Hagen's 3-year entry-level contract ahead of the playoff push. Caleb McGarry retired as starting tackle on the Falcons after a big leg injury last season. So that's a big deal, and that's a big loss for the Falcons for sure. Big Ten March Madness earnings as the conference will get nearly $70 million from UCLA in the women's and Michigan in the men's. And Tyrese Halliburton, injury recovery. He played 5-on-5 today, or yesterday for the first time since June. That's a big deal. And you know the Pacers are going to be a contender next year in the East with the Knicks and the Celtics and the Pistons and the Cavs. So the East is going to have 5 really strong contenders next year, assuming nobody blows up and goes in the opposite direction. So there you have it for the news and notes. Best bet of the day brought to you by FanDuel. I don't love the slate. I mean, I gotta be honest. Like I don't love the I really don't love what's on tap. But I don't like anything in baseball. But there is one in basketball I do like. It's a team that's playing better in the West after I pretty much said their coach was on the hot seat yesterday on the podcast. They're giving a smallish number, 2 possessions, against a team that's missing one of their key cogs. And that is the Houston Rockets against the Sixers. I'm going to lay the 5.5. No Embiid for Philly. So I'm going to lay the points with the Rockets against the Sixers for my best bet of the day. So there you have it for the show, and I'll be back tomorrow recapping everything. Look at everything for tomorrow and the weekend. Hope you guys have a great day, everybody.